Where's the behind the scenes camera?
It's right there, actually.
Yo, man, when you turn into a werewolf, you get real sweaty.
Welcome to the American Werewolf in London recreation transformation scene, or transformation recreation scene.
Jesus Christ!
When I was a wee lad, my father brought home a movie for me to watch in our VCR, and it was An American Werewolf in London. Because of films like American Werewolf in London, I am now a filmmaker, and it is one of the movies that I will always reference as my inspirations. And it is to this day, no arguments, the best werewolf transformation in cinema history. It takes its time, long as hell, painful as hell, funny as hell, creepy as hell, and all practical effects. But I'm very excited because it is one of my all-time favorite scenes, and I am now going to tackle this homemade movie style.
Drew a little butt crack.
Ben's got it. That's real horrible.
I'm back, guys. I didn't leave.
So we're just gearing up. Ben came over to help us do a little prep for our shoot tomorrow. So we're just gonna start putting things together and figuring things out, and you'll come along for the ride, because that's what you do on the BTS. This is just a test hand, so it doesn't look great.
I'm experimenting with two different types of clay. This one seems rather heavy, harder to stretch. This one's a lot lighter.
Time for the final stretchy hand bit. This is the one with just the hand and no actor. Ready to go. And then this little cross stick, which will push the clay upward.
Now this doesn't look like it was painted. This looks like someone just wore it. Just like a homeless guy who spent like months wearing this.
I think what I'm excited about most is working with Max Landis as our werewolf.
Okay, count down to me fucking this up. Here we go.
Max is a Hollywood screenwriter and filmmaker, but he's also the son of John Landis, who directed An American Werewolf in London.
Okay, I get into acting.
We thought it'd be a really great idea to get Max to be our werewolf, therefore make the whole scene just a bit meta.
That for me, in Naughton's performance, it's really the little things. It's the book kicking that makes it all work. And I know that if my dad sees this and I didn't kick the book, he'll say what he always. It's like his catchphrases. Son, we're so disappointed in your interpretation of American Werewolf in London. He's been saying that to me since I was a kid.
It also kind of works out that it's his dad's birthday, and so he's kind of doing this as a little bit of a virtual birthday card for his pops.
I'm doing this for you, Dad. This is birthday present.
And it doesn't hurt that he kind of looks a little bit like David Naughton, who played the original wolf. So thank you, Max, for agreeing to do this, and happy birthday, John. So right now we're making the hands for when he becomes a werewolf using dishwashing gloves, spray paint, stuffing from a dog.
I'm gonna use this wire to make the fingers. Here's your wolf glove. Action.
Help me! Please! Help me!
One note is on the arms up. You kind of threw them up a little bit high, so just do more of like a help me, slower.
Hey Ben, what do you want for dinner tonight?
I think ribs.
Oh yeah, those are some sexy ribs you got there.
I've been working out.
Okay, the internet tells me that it's as simple as water and flour, and that's how you make paper mache. So I have both those things. I'm experimenting with 1 cup of flour and 2 cups of water, and we'll see what that gets us. It feels like those when you were a kid and you went to those like haunted houses at the county fair and you had to stick your hand through a hole.
Mystery boxes?
Yeah.
Here's your chest piece.
Oh, very cool.
So I'm working on the moon that you see at the beginning and the end of the movie. It's gonna be a paper moon because it's one of my favorite movies. Well, this is pretty bad because you can see my reflection. So shooting through the window obviously wasn't going to work because of the reflection, and we need to get this moon shot, so I'm going to attempt to put the moon on the inside of the window and tape black pieces of paper in here.
Jesus Christ! And then what does he do when he gets to his feet? I'm burning up. Where are his hands?
Both hands on his head, I think.
Both hands?
Yeah, oops, sorry.
I'm burning up. Boom! Hulk Hogan.
We've got a bunch of these shirts for him, so we'll do this over and over again. But I have a feeling it's gonna go off on the first take, right?
What?
First take Jake.
First take Jake. That's
Yeah.
what they call me. It's first take Jake. I'm burning up!
So there's this one effect shot where his hair grows out of his skin, his werewolf hide. So basically what I'm gonna do for that is I've got flesh-colored construction paper and black thread and needles. I'm just going to thread a bunch of hair, or a bunch of thread into the construction paper, and then we will pull it all into the flesh and then reverse the shot.
So yeah, no, we ordered the book that he reads in the movie off of Amazon, and it did not arrive. And so we shot it with a different book to be funny, and then right after the scene was over, it came to the door. The minute it was over, it arrived at the door.
Was that really the book?
Here it is.
Did the book just arrive?
Here it is.
Of course.
Reset to 1, everyone.
No, not in a fucking million years am I. Maybe in a million years.
This has gotten weird.
Yes, that is a wrap on Werewolf.
I kept having one thought again and again, which is David. I kept thinking about like how bummed out I was to be on the floor for like 4 hours, but then I kept thinking about David Naughton. I think they shot that scene over 4 days, 3 days,
Sure.
in like 100 different stages of makeup with Rick Baker like right in his face, like in the chair for hours at a time with animatronics. Just acting. God, I never, ever, ever want to be an actor, and I respect David Naughton. Were the two things I came away with.
What was it weird like recreating a scene that from a movie your dad directed?
It's always weird whenever I involve myself with any of my dad's stuff, just because for, the last 5 years I've been trying to sort of, at least professionally, distance my name from being associated with him in a direct way. I don't make the kind of movies he made. I love his movies, but there'll always be someone who makes the dumb joke about like Born on Third and thinks he had a triple, and so I try not to focus on my dad's career, even though I'm a big fan of his stuff. So this was a big deal for me because it's the first thing I've done publicly like this, kind of like ever, and where I just am like, my dad's John Landis. But it's for his birthday, and I think he's actually really gonna like it.
Now I'm prepping the final shots, just some of the effect shots without Max in them. This one right here is going to be the back where his spine starts to pop up out of his flesh. So I'm building a miniature out of cardboard and clay and hair. Okay, now we're going full werewolf here, so we got our little pal. He winked. Alright, I'm building his little ear that's gonna grow, so I just spray painted the clay, and now I'm gonna put some of this hair on it. So the music that plays throughout the transformation scene is actually like a cover version of Blue Moon. So I'm going to attempt to play the ukulele here and learn this song. Blue Moon. Or, that's too high. Blue Moon. You saw me standing alone. I'm also making some sound effects for this because there's a lot of transformation noises as well as other noises, and so I'm just using regular items I have around the house to recreate it. Okay, so my simple sound effects of penne pasta and corn chips sounds a little something like this when you marry them together.
Jesus Christ!
Hey everyone, I'm Travis Betz, and thank you for watching the behind the scenes of An American Werewolf in London, homemade movie style. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to watch the actual video, or check out the side-by-side where you can compare our video with the original scene of the movie and see how we lined it up. Special thanks to Max Landis for coming out and being our werewolf. It wouldn't have been the same without him. As I said before, An American Werewolf in London is a very special film in my heart, so I was super thrilled to be able to recreate it here for all of you. Don't forget to leave comments down below and tell us what other homemade movies you'd like to see done, and also subscribe to CineFix because this is the channel that does this stuff. Goodbye.